Hey folks, Rick Crawford here. We're talking ag as we do every week, and this week we're going to discuss Brazilian beef. It's interesting because this ban was implemented in 2017 after a reinstatement that lasted about 3 months prior to a 13-year ban. So there's been a little bit of a history of problems with Brazilian beef coming into the country, mostly not because Brazilian beef's bad or we're trying to make some negative statement about Brazil per se, but that what we are concerned about is a high level of safety, sanitary conditions, treatment of animals, all of those things. And there was enough concern to re-implement or reinstitute the ban, and that has just been lifted, I believe, this week. We're talking about fresh beef. It's not frozen boxed beef or anything like that, fresh beef. And so obviously there are safety considerations that you have to be aware of when you're talking about a fresh meat product like that. This is something that we typically are going to inspect 100% of. And if they have a problem meeting that standard and continually demonstrate inability to meet a certain standard prescribed by our inspectors and our inspection protocol, then it's in our interest from a food safety and a public health standpoint to implement that ban. Allowing a country access to the market that doesn't meet our standards compromises food safety and public health. But if their safety standards don't match ours, then we just have to do that. That's action we need to take. Does it affect our reputation? If we allowed bad product in, it would affect our reputation of the cheapest, safest, most abundant food supply, because once it's on the table, probably people don't really care where it came from. And so it's in our interest to make sure that whatever enters our food chain is at the highest standards. And so from that standpoint, yeah, we're always concerned about what you might call the brand equity of food safety in the U.S. supply chain. Well, you know, we've had rounds of country of origin labeling. Since I've been here in Congress, we've fought this battle with Canada. Obviously, they brought a suit against us in the WTO. We lost that. We ended up having to sort of retool country of origin labeling. I do think that people do want to know where their food comes from, but in the end, what they're most concerned about is it safe? And that's where the USDA safety protocols come in to make sure that regardless of where their food comes from, that it is safe. And you could say the same thing about any food product, not just beef, not just Brazilian beef, but any food product, that we need to be very diligent to make sure that we're following the appropriate safety protocols. I would say that the United States inspection services are above the rest. And so we demand a pretty high level of safety, and we're going to implement that, and if they don't meet that, then they're probably going to be turned away. And that's to protect American citizens.